Good day everyone, I am Miguel Angel Labrador and I am to discuss about global migration. So global migration is a movement of people across borders, and it is not a new occurrence. It has been a part of human history for centuries. However, the context of globalization, the scale, scope, and complexity of migration have been increasing dramatically. These movements are not random. They are shaped an intricate interplay of political decisions, economic disparities, and social networks that guide where, how, and why people migrate. So there are a few factors why people or citizens in one country, in a specific particular country, migrate to a different country. And one of these factors is about political factor. And political factor of global migration policies, international relations, and governance structures. These elements collectively determine the regulatory framework that governs human mobility across borders, usually relates to laws and regulations created and enforced by national government and international bodies. So to easily understand why people flee from their country because of political factors, it is because people are forced to flee for safety because it can be they don't have the freedom in their own country, or they don't have the rights that they intend to have, or maybe they experience corruption and discrimination in their own government. So it forces the citizens to flee from their country and to find another safe haven where they can do things freely with their own will. So let's move to economic factors. It is a movement of individual from one location to another in search of better economic opportunities, higher wages, and improved living standards. So, in economic factors, it consists of three things. It is the labor market dynamics, wage differential and living standards, and the remittances. In labor market dynamics, the demand for labor in certain sectors drives economic migrations. Developed countries with aging population and labor shortages in industry such as healthcare, agricultural, and technology attracts migrants from developing nations. Wage differential and living standards. Significant wage differentials between countries incentivize migration. Workers from countries with lower wages are down to countries where they can earn higher incomes, even if it means taking a low-skilled job than they would in their home countries. So to narrow down the thought of leaving your country because of economic is a very reasonable thing to do. Because in fact, we have our OFWs who strive to provide good life or sustainable life for their family here in Philippines. The OFWs are the examples of economic factors because, as we know, the economy of the Philippines is not that high, but it is low. It is high demand, but it is low living country. Okay. So let's move on to cultural factors. It includes shared language, religion, and historical ties. Facilitates the movement of people across borders. Cultural affinity can ease the integration process and provides migrants with a sense of belonging in their new environment. So some has the reason of they don't migrate to different country because of political factors, or economic factors. They experience such probably loneliness, and they find a place where they can feel like they belong. So they intend to flee to a different country where their practices, their language, their religion or ethnicity, or historical and colonial ties can connect to themselves. So actually, the cultural factors, the cultural factor is a factor where you find yourself and you connect to environment where you are happy and happy and where they are happy and can have the sense of belongingness. So last factor is a social factor. It includes family reunification, social networks, and community support are critical in shaping migration decisions and experiences. The presence of social networks in destination countries can significantly influence migrants' flow. So, in family reunification, many countries have migration policies that prioritize family unification, allowing citizens to permanent permanent residents to sponsor relatives to join them. Social networks comprising families, friends, and community members providing vital support for immigrants. These networks offer practical assistance such as housing, job search help, and emotional support, which can ease the transition to a new country. Community support and integration. This organization provides services such as language classes, legal assistance, and cultural orientation, helping migrants integrate in their own environment. So, social factors. I don't know, but social factors somehow really focuses on their peers. They intend to travel or to dwell in one place. So in social factors, they intend to dwell in different country because of their peers and family. To the term the term reunification. So they intend to be reunited with each other.
Case study number 1: Syrian refugees and political stability. This case study explains how political instability in Syria, including unemployment, corruption, and lack of freedom, led to a massive refugee crisis starting in 2011. Millions of Syrians were forced to flee their homes to seek safety in neighboring countries and beyond. Example: refugees fleeing to nearby countries. Many Syrians escaped to Turkey, Lebanon, and Jordan to avoid violence and protect their families. Case study number 2: Economic migration from Mexico to the United States. This case study explains that many people from Mexico migrate to the United States mainly for economic reasons, because wages and job opportunities are better in the U.S., and there is a high demand for labor in industries like agriculture, construction, and services. Many Mexican workers move there to seek better living conditions and support their families. Example: agricultural work. Mexican migrants work on U.S. farms picking fruits and vegetables because these jobs offer higher pay than what they can earn in Mexico. Case study number 3: Cultural migration from India to the United Kingdom. This case study explains that many Indians migrate to the United Kingdom because of historical and cultural ties that began during the colonial period. Shared language, English, familiar cultural practices, and existing Indian communities in the UK make migrant easier and more attractive for Indian migrants. Example: educational migration. Many Indian students study in UK universities because English is widely spoken in the education system feels familiar. Case study number 4, family reunion and social networks in Filipino migration. This case study explains that many Filipinos migrate because of Filipino reunification, since millions of Filipinos are already living abroad. Others follow to join their parents, spouses, siblings, or relatives. Strong family ties and established Filipino communities in countries like the US, Canada, and Australia make migration easier and more appealing. Example, joining immediate family. A Filipino child moves to the United States to join parents who have been working there for years. Next, the impact of global migration on host and origin countries. The slide explains that global migration affects both host countries where migrants move and origin countries where migrants came from. These effects can be positive or negative depending on how many migrants move, their skills, and the policies of both countries. Next, economic impact on host countries. The slide explains that migrants have a positive economic impact on host countries. They help fill labor shortages, work in jobs that local may avoid, start businesses, and pay taxes. Their contributions support important industries like healthcare, agriculture, and construction. Next, economic impact on origin countries. The slides explains that migration has a strong economic impact on origin countries, the countries migrants come from. When migrants send remittances back home, it helps families' daily needs, reduces poverty, and supports education and healthcare. Next, social and cultural impact on host countries. Migrants enrich host countries by adding cultural diversity. They bring new traditions, languages, foods, and ideas, which encourage multiculturalism and cultural exchange. Last, social and cultural impact on origin countries. Migration changes the social and cultural life of origin countries. When many people, especially from rural areas, live, it can affect communities, traditions, and local social structure. Political impact on host and origin countries. Migration affects politics in both host origin countries. In host countries, migrants can influence policies, political debates, and elections.